of negative and seemingly positive emotions combined.
Yeah, because I always think that somebody that's been through that if anything, it would turn them off to sex or anything sex-related. That the experience would be so traumatic, so negative, that would be the end of it. But instead, it's
that way. But people like me will
want it all the more.
Respond by getting hyper-stimulated.
Yeah.
Now, in spite of the fact that these were men, you probably were not, you had no sexual identity at this time, but they knew how to create gratification, and so was there confusion over your sexual identity?
Oh, no question there was. I was experimenting with girls very early, but also had sexual relations with adult men when I was in junior high and high school.
And were these the people that were molesting you, or were these situations that you sought out?
No, it was molestation. I was much older, and at that time, there were different sort of underground services. Remember, it was the late 1960s, early 1970s. There were underground services you could contact where you could hook up or meet with men in the Southern California area.
Is that right? Like, how would you even find that? Like publications, that thing?
There was a popular publication in Southern California called the L.A. Free Press. And it was like the local underground paper for quite a few years, and it carried ads for a group. So,
I see.
Yes, and again, I think it was sort of a statement of my own confusion, and that's, in essence, one of the reasons I wrote the book is I think many men are confused not only about their sexual identity, but also how to handle their sexual behavior when it gets out of control.
So this was something that grew out of the molestation, was it you thought that trying sex with men was okay, and so you would go in this underground thing and just be with these homosexual men?
Yes, and indulge with girls as well in my high school, so I was pretty much all over the map.
Yeah, you were bye, yeah. And then in the end, it's interesting because it seems like someone could end up by their entire life from that, as opposed to falling down on one way or the other, either gay or hetero,
Well,
it's kind of a crapshoot.
Both ways over the years. There was a time I was primarily involved with the gay community, probably capable of more ways of expressing ourselves sexually than most of us realize.
The idea of changing, because he really, really does want to change, I would think would be, boy, that'd be real tough.
That's tricky.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, it often takes a few of those episodes of either getting caught or some sort of a situation that finally, drills into the guy the fact that, wow, I'm going to lose everything I care about over this behavior.
Yeah, when a guy loses a job because his employer found out that he's constantly going to these porn sites during the day when he should be doing his job. That's when, when your wife has screamed at you and caught you a million times and you lose your job, then I would think you'd hit rock bottom.
Well, I know a guy who was on the air before I was, and I remember how shocked I was to find out that he'd actually been warned by, every couple songs or something, but he apparently would leave the 1-900 sex lines on hold. And after he was warned, he got caught again and got fired.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mentioned a book that what so often goes along with this behavior is what I call suspension of judgment. Smart men doing very stupid things to keep their habit alive. And if you think about it, look at some of the televangelists that got caught with their pants down. You look at a former president. You look at Hugh Grant, you look at George Michaels, and you think, gee, these are accomplished men who can't be that stupid or else they wouldn't be where they are.
Yeah.
But what happened? They suspend their intelligence to keep an indulgence alive.
Absolutely. And in the case of Clinton, we know he hasn't changed. Now, there's a guy, but you see, in his case, he doesn't want to change. Even though he should have been so embarrassed by what
when
happened.
they found out I was that fat slob. I would have never shown my face. I would have resigned and just disappeared from the White House.
Yeah.
Just from her sheer size.
I'm just going to let you guys run with that.
Joe,
I'm coming from a very conservative Christian perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, let me ask you this. Joe, determine that somebody is a porn addict. What is? I'm sure this is a very fluid definition. How can?
Sure it is. If there's an escalation in frequency or intensity, if you're consistently doing it more and more every week, or you're needing harder doses, if you've tried to stop and you keep failing when you try to stop, if it's intruding financially, if it's intruding into your family life, if it's threatening your career, if you're running significant personal professional risk, those are all symptoms that you're not just using porn, you're getting addicted to porn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like some people.
Escalating or it's intriguing.
Yeah.
And so the first order of business is you have to want to stop and you have to feel bad about it.
You've got to be in enough crisis so that you're either angry enough or scared enough to take action. And those are two highly energized emotions. When you're really angry, it's amazing what you can do, both positive and negative. Same thing when you're really scared. I mean, I think some of the most important changes people make in their lives, they usually make because they either get very angry or very frightened, and they're finally pumped enough to do something.
Now, this might sound stupid, but what if you've just been caught by your wife, for example, and she checks your history in the computer and finds just a hideous amount of porn and just some horrible websites, and you're frankly just very embarrassed. You enjoyed it all the way, but you're just really embarrassed, and you don't want to lose your marriage. Is that enough to make somebody stop?
Of course it is. I mean, assuming your marriage means something to you, yes. And that alone, combined not just with the threat of losing your marriage, that look in a woman's face, if it's a woman you care anything about, is one of the worst things you can go through. When you see that you've shattered your wife, you can't think of slow enough ways to kill yourself, you know?
Yeah, not only are you embarrassed as to being caught with all that, but then she's going to feel inadequate, and why did you have to resort to this, and all that sort of thing.
The assumptions women draw so often
are
terrible. They think there's something wrong with
creepy
them.
stuff you're looking
at. Stupid. They think they're insignificant. I mean, it's a terrible thing to do.
Well, take us through order in a few minutes left, so I didn't realize it was going to be so intense finding out about the history thing here.
Yeah.
But nonetheless...
order means structure. If you're abandoning one form of behavior that's meant a lot to you, you'll be drawn back to that behavior. You better have a structure in place to keep you from returning to it. That includes accountability, investing in your spiritual life, making restitution, developing a good social life, too. You better be having some fun, because a lot of guys are only enjoying themselves through their porn. If they don't replace that with something legitimate, they're going to be unhappy.
Take up a hobby.
Yeah, because
understanding means you get to know the system better. It's just like, you're taking over a business. You better understand all the departments pretty well if you want to run it smoothly. So understanding means understanding your temptation cycles, your personal wounds. I think every man has them. The areas that still cause you pain to this day, because a lot of guys don't use porn just because it's sexually exciting. For a lot of guys, it's also a sort of a medication.
This can go back to some traumatic things that have happened in your life, because I always think of porn as just something anybody could get off on if they're a guy and they're exposed to enough of it.
Look at it the way you would look at a drug, okay? I mean, any guy can get off on a drug, right? And some guys use drugs just because the drugs provide an ecstatic experience. That's true. There are other people who use drugs because they are trying to kill personal pain. They're trying to forget something, or they're trying to take a break from their unhappy life. Who knows, The same is true of porn. I really think if it weren't for human loneliness, just for example, I don't know that half the porn industry would even exist. Not the prostitution industry or the strip clubs or whatever. I really believe men are not just looking for sex. In a lot of cases, they're looking for comfort, they're looking for contact, they're looking for some kind of connection.
Then we get to training and endurance.
Training is basically resistance training. I mean, if you're going to give up a deeply ingrained habit, you've taught your body to expect that indulgence. Now you're going to train yourself to resist indulgence pull when it comes up, just the same way you train yourself if you start working out or going on a diet. And endurance, of course, that means maintaining your sobriety, putting factors in place that give your life
the hard part.
Yeah, developing endurance. So you don't fall into it again and grab the first magazine you see on the rack.
Right.
But there's a lot of failures. What the average guy who's truly addicted to porn, I mean, really has a problem. Everybody knows about it. It's become a big joke almost among his friends. How many times is that guy likely to fail?
The failure rate is very high in the addiction industry, well over 60, 70%.
Ooh.
So that doesn't mean perpetual failure. That means most guys who give it up, unfortunately, relapse and continue to try until they finally get on and stay on track.
So like smoking or anything else, you have to quit porn maybe 10 times over again.
Absolutely,
you got to stay at it, nose to the grindstone.
I certainly did. I didn't stop the moment I decided to stop.
Yeah.
Now, what about guys that they've quit the porn, but then maybe they go online and they go to a couple sites quickly and they shut the computer down. Can you have just a fall like that, or will you immediately start going up to your porn usage?
You're setting yourself up to go back to the old ways. That's what Alcoholics Anonymous would call sniffing the brandy. If you're alcoholic, stay out of the bar.
Yeah, I would say in the case of this, a guy would have to literally avoid the computer completely, because he might sit down in front of the computer, he's going to do an email, but the minute he gets online, boom, here comes some XXX ad, porno emails, and
that's right.
Those XXX, those,
yeah, that guy goes online. That's a really tough. I mean,
yeah, those porno pop-ups.
They've got to use the computer for work.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like it's so easy.
I point out first porno pop-up, they're going to have their pants down. What's that, Joe?
In my book, I point out a lot of different strategies you can use, though, if you've had the online problem. There are different filters you can get.
Oh, I see.
Different ways you can work around.
Yeah, because the first porno pop-up, it's over. You're going to see that one chick with a giant cans, and that's it. You're going to just drop.
Once you get that filter, too, you can never, ever look at anything, even if you get it under control.
It's the only way you're going to have it. It's the only way to do it, though.
This just seems like such an easy addiction to fall back into, just because of the nature of the computer now. And the computer is virtually a house of porn, let's face it.
Oh, God, yes.
Well, you know what? Not only the computer. This is what I find now. I'm 80 years old. I keep hearing that, any time now my sex drive is going to go down, and I'm still waiting. I'm glad I'm happily married. The point is, I live in Southern California. Women don't dress modestly here. The billboards are immodest. TV shows, even, your mainstream family time, get very suggestive.
Oh, yeah, it's such a sexually charged atmosphere in which we all live in. It's everywhere you turn.
Yeah, in fact, I refer in the book to the culture as being sexually idolatrous, because I really think it is. I don't think there's anything wrong with the fact we love sex. The problem is we've deified the non-intimate sexual experience.
Right. Oh, yeah. There's no question. There's no question about that. Yeah.
No doubt. One thing I wanted to ask about is, if somebody is, a real porn head and they're online all the time and they've got their 50 sites they like, and maybe they do conferencing and all that, can that guy ever become a guy that uses porn just occasionally and within reason?
That's the age-old question in addictions. There's a lot of debate, compare this to alcoholism, as to whether or not an alcoholic can ever become a drinker. Mm-hmm. I'm still from the old school. I would say no. I think once you have recorded an experience in your brain and you've reiterated so many times you become dependent on it, that's in your system. It's like fat cells. They can always be reawakened, even if you lose weight,
Yeah.
So, no, I really think a guy who tries to do that is himself. I really do.
Boy, that's tough. All right, well, Joe, good luck with your problem. It sounds like you've got it pretty well beat. And maybe a lot of other people can get help, too.
I'm hoping so. That's why I wrote the book.
Yeah. The Game Plan is the name of the book. Now, what is this, if you see some kind of skanky, scantily clad woman walking by in traffic, what is the fear? What would that lead you to do if you were going to be weak?
If I let myself, because I'm going to notice that she's beautiful, I'm going to start to feel aroused, so I'm going to have to refocus immediately, because once I start getting back into the lust cycle, really letting myself fantasize about her sexually, maybe, flirt with her, whatever, I'm going to start reawakening in me, not just sexual responses, but that compulsion to indulge in erotic behavior apart from intimacy.
Yeah.
So that's what's going to happen if I let myself.
You're going to go home, jump on the computer, or you're going to pull off on the side of the road and self-stimulate or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Something tragic is going to happen.
Or call an escort service, or one of those underground places, or something crazy like that. You never know. Could be anything, I suppose.
And it's all available.
Yeah.
That's why I call it the junk food of human relationships.
Everywhere.
You can get it whenever you want it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what's so tough about it.
Well, in fact.
Joe, again, his book is called The Game Plan, and to pick it up, would it be at all the local Barnes & Nobles and Borders and places like that?
Yes, it is at Barnes & Nobles. Borders is carrying it. Amazon.com has it.
Thanks for the time, and good luck.
Thanks so much, you guys. Talking to you.
Bye-bye, Joe. Whoa, man, oh man, that guy's just a heartbeat away from gaying off.
You know what? As I started listening to his voice, even early on, I was thinking, this sounds like a real porno head.
Man, yeah,
one of those guys
really hooked.
One of those guys like Joe at work who's just quietly in his cube all day, and he seems so innocent. He's got the picture of the wife and the 3 little kids. Yeah. But behind that cue ball, is he looking at some frightening things?
Oh yeah.
Message Sunday 7:09. You're so.
Yeah.
You. So
Yeah, this would be Joe. He'd do that. This guy would do that.
Sunday, 7:48 p.m.
So into you. But Betsy's so jealous. But never sex. And I want to suck your. Yes, Betsy. I told Betsy that you answer her.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
This Betsy thing is so weird.
God, is it ever?
Look at me and say yes. I want to lick your
Gross.
so much.
Betsy's the one that busted him, by the way.
Yeah.
Betsy is the one who took these tapes.
Why I'm like this?
Or no, actually, no, it was the girl that was called. Betsy's the odd third party in this thing.
You have to be the Betsy too.
You have to be
Saved
Betsy,
message
too.
Sunday,
But the chick that saved this actually gave it to someone to go online.
God, isn't that...
Bitch!
Oh, yeah.
Now, if she hadn't, Pat
Yeah.
would still be making these calls.
Yeah. God. Now, he's a sex addict, totally.
Oh, God.
And I don't think he's over it today. Not
Because he went in for alcohol rehab and that's not enough?
No. The alcohol wasn't causing it. The alcohol just made him a little more sloppy about it.
I'm so into you. It's incredible.
He would leave a message like this even if he was stone cold sober.
Message. And then just
That's what I
say
say.
to me,
Yes.
Yes.
yes. And kids can watch this and have fun. And I don't do
Now,
this
see,
for
he hit
living.
rock bottom, like Joe's talking
I
about.
want to
Embarrassed in front of the country.
Oh, I know.
Sunday,
I couldn't believe he listened to these messages with Dr. Phil.
Oh,
is that weird?
No, and then had Dr. Phil just wipe him out on national television.
What a creep.
Phil ripped him a new one.
not into it, but the three of us to get together, I want to suck your
Oh, God, how gross. You know, he's so... The implication is that O'Brien thinks he's such a lover,
I
too.
know.
You know, that's
he
the
is
other
not
thing.
cured one bit
No,
either.
no.
He's still doing
No.
this.
Oh, his face is so red most of the day. And I'll bet he's a clumsy lover. Oh, gross.
Yeah, he's slobbery and sloppy in the
yeah.
sack.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's no lover.
No.
what's wrong with me?
She's like bummed out totally.
One.
I'll bet most of the time the girls grab his head and pull up because they don't like it at all. I'll betcha.
And they've got Pat's fingerprints all over the back of their skull. If you shaved their heads and back, there'd be just these pressure points.
Yeah.
So get this message. If you agree with me.
God, is he a
I don't want to
creep?
respond to this big message, by the way.
Oh,
Any of these fuckers here.
jeez, is he ever gross?
Sex and fun, drugs. That's crazy. Bye.
Yeah.
Wild Pat.
messages.
Oh, God. That's a total sex act right there. That's what that is.
Crazy.
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day.
You know, I'd like to find out who has the worst habit. And it's going to take the women, I'm sure, to call in and tell us. Who has the worst porn habit you've ever seen? One that made you cringe and you just said, you know what? No way.
Yeah,
Can't
you
recover
are
from this.
out.
He is too big a creep.
Yeah, this is just really sickening.
And I say he just because we have to use some pronoun there. It could be a she. I doubt it.
Oh, no, I doubt it. It's going to be a guy.
But I want to know, you women out there, of all the guys dated
Yeah.
or you've been married a couple times, who is the worst porn head and
Yeah.
what did they do and how did you find out?
Yeah,
realize this
yeah.
is going to crash our email because there are so many creeps out
Oh,
there.
God,
I
there
know.
are
It's
so
gonna be
many
a million
creeps.
emails
Yeah,
coming in.
yeah.
313-298-WRIF or Drew Mike at WRIF.com. So we've got naturally some women calling in, probably with the men in their lives. Is this Julie?
Hi.
Hey, Julie, you know somebody with...
Yeah, my husband.
boy.
Oh,
How much time does he spend online?
Well, hopefully we have it under control, but you never know.
you don't.
He was, I know. He was, actually, it was more than just online, but it's
Oh,
not
honey,
just,
just a million magazines?
it was the bad, trips in the middle of the night to the bathroom.
Oh,
It was how he
jeez.
started his day. It was
How we started.
My God.
on the internet. And
Strip
the
clubs?
thing is it doesn't have to be expensive to be on the internet, because there are a ton of sites out there that are called video conferencing sites.
Boy, you have know a lot about this.
God almighty.
Yeah,
How many do you have to get?
for $5 to $10, you can have a live session with another person who's paying $5 to $10
So you
to
always,
do this online.
So you must always walk in and see him wailing away on these interactive sessions, don't you?
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
And we have, it took a lot of...
Well, wasn't he embarrassed to be caught flailing away by you?
Oh, yeah. And it took spyware on his computer to actually say, because he would lie. Oh, I wasn't. And, the thing was, it was a camera site, so he had his camera and she had her camera.
Oh, yeah.
And...
How many computers do you go through? One every 6 months because there's so many viruses and the thing is
I think
just...
it used to be.
Yeah. The windows won't come up anymore. You used to use your
boys will be boys.
You got to bring up your computer in safe mode every day because...
So did you finally sit down with him and say, hey, look, here I am, I'm your wife, and you spend more time with these sluts online than you do with me. I've had it.
Yeah, a number of times. And it took, like I said, it took actually getting this spyware onto his computer and showing him what he was saying and what he was doing.
Oh, God.
And
Boys will
saying,
be boys.
this is not right. This is cheating on me.
Yeah, and weren't you creeped out by some of the things that he was asking her to do?
Oh, yeah. And, eventually it would have spilled over into real life.
Oh, yeah.
Because these people, they get so involved. And, it just... It was, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be expensive. And
I just rolled my damn appetite.
Now, has it spilled over into real life at all, though? Is he out meeting sluts and strippers?
No,
No.
he's not.
No.
Okay.
And he has, as far as I know, because we do monitor his behavior. That
Jeez.
He sounds like an 8-year-old.
Yeah,
it
like a
hasn't been
baby.
reoccurring.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you,
God.
Julie. Sounds like a real job.
Yeah, I don't think...
Sounds like an all-day job keeping up with this guy and his porn
I know.
friends.
I hate to be a bummer, but I really don't think he's over it. I really don't.
Well, it sounds like
Probably not, but
he's
it's
too hooked.
our marriage on the line. So
sounds like you got a real job, Julie. I wish you luck.
thank you.
All right.
Oh,
I know I'll
God.
pick up that book. Hey, Ryan.
How you doing?
Good. You had the problem or somebody else?
It's actually a buddy of mine. He's a 24-year-old virgin. He lives in his parents' laundry room.
Ladies and gentlemen, but I cannot go on living unless I have this man inside me right now.
I've never heard of anybody living in a laundry room.
It's
ever.
absolutely insane. And he's got this porn collections from wall to wall in this little room. So anyways, I know about it, though, because he'd have it delivered to my house. His dad's a real hardcore Catholic.
Oh,
and,
boy.
So it's not allowed in their house. You know?
How did your house get mixed up in this?
I'm a buddy of his, and he's like, hey, man, I got these movies I want to get delivered. Can I have your address? I'm like, all right, man. Go ahead and have them delivered. So
Hey, tell that guy to get a job moved out of his mom's house.
Yeah, but then he must be hiding them all over the house.
It's got to be insane. So anyways, okay, they come to my house, and we open them up, me and my girlfriend, Elizabeth, okay?
Yeah.
And there's one porn, it's called Knocked Out 24, and another one called Unconscious, whatever number.
Uh-oh.
We're like, all right, we got to see what the hell this is, right?
Yeah.
So we put it in the DVD player, and there's this girl, and she's rifling through this file. And this other guy, he comes up, knocks her out, and molests her.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Well, that's scary because there's a theme running here in his porn selection.
And I told him, I'm like, Pat, man, you're no longer allowed to hang out with my girlfriend by yourself.
Yeah, because he's into knocking women out and then having sex with them unconscious.
Yep.
Although he was a virgin.
I told him, I said, look, Pat, you can't have this delivered to my house anymore.
just rolled my damn appetite.
I'm going to call your dad. I'm going to call your pastor, whatever. You just got to quit being delivered to my house.
Yeah.
So does he pass this yet, or is he still watching this crap?
Well, he still watches it, and he still asks me to get it delivered to the house.
Well, whose address is he using now?
What's that?
Whose address is he using now?
Probably his cousins or his friends or something.
I don't want to hear this while I'm eating.
Oh, boy. That's
my
crazy. Thanks for the
God.
call. Josh, I guess thanks. What's up, Josh?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not much. You know what? You have a creepy next to the comments file here. Nobody else has a creepy next to theirs. How bad can this be?
this is my old neighbor. This guy, I mean, has essentially ruined his life because of this. I mean, he's done time for criminal sexual assault and whatnot.
Oh, jeez.
But this was when we were younger, and I mean, this guy was really creepy when we were kids, and we all knew it. And it was a neighbor, matter of fact. And one night, me and we were getting ready for bed. You know, it's like 9:30. I'm like 14. My sister is probably 12, 13 years old. We look out the window, and in our front yard, this guy has got a lawn chair and a pair of binoculars set up outside my sister's window waiting for the change.
Boys will be boys. You're kidding me. He's not even hiding.
I swear to God, my dad had to chase him off with a BB gun.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Right out in the open.
So, no, I would have called the cops.
I mean, honest to God, he wasn't 40 feet away from the house.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Well, did anybody call the cops?
Oh, no, he called his parents.
His parents?
Oh. What in the Sam hell?
So did the guy knock it off, or did he move?
No, he just, I don't know. He just got creepier as time went on.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, man, that is freaky stuff. Thanks, Josh, I guess. Is this Aaron? Aaron?
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it's actually a buddy of mine. Well, he's not a buddy anymore, but... Anyway,
let's make that clear.
Every one of us, all of his friends, we all knew he was, into porn pretty good. He knew all the actors' names and all that. But,
that's a scary sign when people are going, that John North is something else.
Yeah, well, Peter North. I didn't even hear the guy until he blurted his name out.
Yeah.
And, well, I didn't really find out how bad it was until I dated his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Why we weren't friends anymore, but
that's dangerous.
Oh yeah, she told me every time she'd go over to his house, they'd go down in the basement and he'd have porn just waiting in the VCR. Oh yeah. Anyway, he'd turn it on and it would be some HRA going on. And later she would tell me that he'd go out and buy anal beads and
oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I follow it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everything is all butt oriented.
Oh,
Isn't that funny with the business?
Well,
with
I bet he even got into his own butt eventually.
It's funny how there's these themes. People get hooked not only on porn, but a certain facet of it. The one guy had to see women knocked out, and this guy, everything has to revolve around the butt.
Yeah, that was a little sick, that one, though.
Someone else is good. Yeah.
That's scary. I can see why you don't want anything to do with this dude. Well, not to mention the chick. Although the chick, he probably warmed her up pretty good. I mean,
the other thing,
good action.
When you go out, bring the guy out to bars and everything. He can meet women, no problem.
Yeah.
Then you get to the bars, and a week or two later, they find out that this guy's a Fruit Loop, and they don't want to hang around him.
No. He's after one thing.
Oh yeah.
Turn around, I'll bring it back.
So how long was your? Did you stay with the girl very long?
Like about a month.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Was she interesting at least?
She knew her way around.
Yeah, well, I mean, if she'd go over and watch porn with him every day, that's not bad. I mean, she's kind of a gamer.
She picked up a couple things, I think.
I gotta believe she was into the butt play, obviously, if she spent any time with him like that.
She turned it down, but...
oh, did she now?
Yeah, I didn't try with her, so...
Well, maybe
she took a rain check on that, did she?
Maybe that's where the relationship hit a dead end.
Sounds like it.